Do you like animals? Animals give birth to live young, who quickly become the next generation. That is the circle of life for you right there. No doubt some animals are simply adorable. So cute and fluffy, you just really want to pet them. There are some strange animal babies out there that you might not have seen before. So you're preparing for a cute and charming baby animals. In today's video we are talking about top 10 cute newborn animals look like. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notification every day for more amazing content. Penguins. Penguins are the most loved and adorable birds in the marine. Penguins lie between the bird family and the fish family. These fluffy babies actually have to fight beak and claw to survive in their frigid Antarctic homes. Baby penguins need 64 days before the chick hatch, and growing up takes 150 days. Baby penguins born completely covered with gray, white, or brown plumage, which changes as they grow to get the counter shade black and white plumage which most of us know. They switch to the typical adult plumage when they are about 1 year old. In the meantime, fathers produce a milk-like liquid from their throat glands to nourish the chicks after birth. Chicks require attentive parents for survival. About 95% of emperor chicks survive their first year. Eventually, they return to their birthplace, ready to breed and begin the entire cycle anew. Giant panda. Giant pandas are some of the most adorable and magical animals in the world, but consider herbivorous, because in most cases, they prefer bamboo to any other food in the wild. Pandas live only in China. These animals are regarded as one of these symbols of the country. Half of all panda births result in twins. However, it's very rare for both cubs to survive, as giant pandas almost always abandon a cub because they can't produce enough milk for both of them. Baby pandas are very tiny, blind, toothless, and weigh from 90 to 430 grams. For comparison, an adult giant panda weighs from 70 to 125 kilograms. Of course, many cubs are born very small and weak, but baby pandas are especially vulnerable. Some scientists believe the reason for that is hibernation. Pandas is definitely a result of evolution over millions of years. Of course, there are different theories, but pandas are not very willing to breed in captivity, and so it's quite difficult to study their newborn cubs. Newborn baby pandas are pink and furless. Aardvark. Aardvarks live throughout Africa, south of the Sahara. Their name comes from South Africa's Afrikaans language and means earth pig. Aardvarks are nocturnal. They spend the hot African afternoon holed up in cool underground burrows dug with their powerful feet and claws that resemble small spades. Female aardvarks typically give birth to one newborn each year. The young remain with their mother for about 6 months before moving out and digging their own burrows, which can be extensive dwellings with many different openings. Baby aardvark weighing about 2 kilograms is born during the rainy season. The young stays in the den for 2 weeks, then follows its mother. By 14 weeks it eats termites, and by 16 weeks it is weaned. Hippos. Hippos are huge, sometimes aggressive creatures, and it's better not to stand in their way. But when a hippo is born, it doesn't look like a menacing joint with huge teeth. A hippo's pregnancy is 8 months long, and if they give birth in their natural habitat, a newborn hippo ends up right in the water. He must reach the surface on his own and take his first breath. Usually only one calf is born, but twin births also happen. Sometimes mothers take great care of their offspring and don't ever try to hurt them. Hippos easily drive away any strangers, especially males. Sometimes, if the population becomes too large, adult males can't actually kill babies. However, this behavior is not common under normal conditions. In about a year, the little hippo begins to eat on his own, and when he was 5 years old is considered an adult hippo. Giant octopus. The miracle of life is a wondrous tiny thing, as a baby octopus being born is nothing short of awe-inspiring. Most octopus species lay eggs at night. They attach them to the rocks and try to hide them from predators, and some female octopi prefer to carry offspring with them, just to be safe. On average, they just ate the offspring for up to 4 to 6 months. The baby octopus changes from a translucent white to a brownish color as it breaks from its egg sac. But sometimes, this can take a year, and in rare cases several years. All this time, the female octopus protects the eggs, doesn't hunt, and does not eat. That's all. Studies have shown that before reproduction the bodies of octopi go through several changes. So even if the female wanted to leave the eggs to go looking for food, she still wouldn't be able to do it soon after the baby's born. The female passes away from nature. It's not that important. Newborn octopi can take care of themselves. Turtles. These magnificent creatures come in all shapes and sizes and live in a number of different environments. They live in water, and second, they have a similar reproduction sequence. Sea turtles use beaches and the lower dunes to nest and lay their eggs. Typically, they do it at nights and away from the tide line. Most females deposit eggs only once every 3 to 4 years. Turtles are very thoughtful about the breeding process. One clutch may contain about 100 eggs, and the incubation period can last up to 2 months. When it's over, small turtles hatch from the eggs and immediately rush to the water. Also, not all of them survive. Some of the babies die along the way, hunted by birds. But even in the sea, turtles can't feel safe. Scientists estimate that out of 1,000 babies, only half a dozen reach adulthood and can produce offspring. Sadly, many species of turtle are endangered. Elephant. Elephants are the largest land animals on Earth, so they are very careful about procreation. For example, the African bush elephant becomes an adult between the age of 11 and 15. The pregnancy of the females lasts 22 months. That's 2.5 times more compared to humans. No wonder at this rate elephants are born about once every 3 to 4 years. A newborn baby elephant learns how to walk about half an hour after birth, and another 20 minutes later, it can already walk on its own. This is possible due to a long pregnancy. Baby not adapted for life in the wild from the very start would simply not survive. So elephants, like many other large mammals, don't need extra time to fully mature. Still, newborn babies continue to drink breast milk for several years and only then switch to a vegetarian diet. Newborn African elephants weigh around 120 kilograms at birth. A young elephant calf may suck its trunk to help it relax when it's not feeding. Snake. Snake are looking cute, but by nature very dangerous creature. Although some people love snakes, so snakes hatch from eggs, a pretty obvious fact, right? And the deadly black member, of course, is no exception. In early spring these snakes begin to mate, and by summer the females lay 6 to 17 eggs, usually end in about 80 to 90 days. Young snakes hatch from the eggs that quite small, usually no longer than 40 to 60 centimeters. Almost nothing converts with 3-meter long adult black numbers. But the newborn snakes are already dangerous. A black cobra, no matter the size or age, is an aggressive and extremely venomous snake in Africa. Snakes will reproduce or give birth once a year to every 3 years. Newborn baby mole. Moles are small mammals that are found all over the world. These rotund animals have a hairless, pointed snout, small eyes and no visible ears. On average, moles grow to 4.4 to 6.25 inches long from snout to rump. During breeding season, males will enlarge their tunnel to more territories to find females to mate with. Once the breeding is done, a spherical nest chamber lined with dry plant material is created. A female mole gives birth to 3 to 4 hairless babies at a time. By 14 days old, the mole babies, called pups, will start to grow hair. At 4 to 5 weeks, the pups are weaned, and at 33 days they leave the nest. By 5 to 6 weeks, pups leave their mother and their home tunnel completely. Moles typically live 3 years. Moles aren't blind, but they are color blind and see very poorly. Kangaroos. Kangaroos are large marsupials that are found only in Australia. All species of kangaroos have a most unusual way of giving birth. Many have probably heard that these animals carry their cubs in a special pouch, but few people know how the baby gets there, and no, it wasn't inside all the time. The length of a newborn kangaroo is about 25 millimeters, which are the smallest cub among all mammals. A newly born kangaroo is blind, hairless, and with undeveloped hind legs. Newborn baby doesn't actually look like a kangaroo at all. However, in just 5 minutes, this tiny creature manages to make his way into a pouch Once inside the pouch he breastfeeding, one outside offering 2 types of milk and immediately latches onto it about 190 days after birth. The baby kangaroo can already leave the pouch and play outside. The older he gets, the less he needs the shelter, and in the end in about 235 days, the baby left the pouch for the last time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Also don't forget to subscribe to always be in the top 10 videos world.